Portuguese were the best colonizers because
Hello, everyone. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Welcome back to another episode of Chongqing's channel. This is Eiko Chain. I'm here at my house presenting to you because it's 7 o'clock in the morning in Chongqing, China. So it's totally dark outside. I'm taking this live stream and producing this live stream, connecting with our friend Gabriel Goldfajn. He is from Brazil, and also we have Vivian and Kenny walking on the street of Brazil, of this central city, Sao Paulo. We will be presenting to you the city walk between the two cities. So stay tuned and like our live stream, subscribe our channel on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram and on TikTok. Okay, your support really means a lot to us. Thank you. So in today's live stream, we will be talking about this, how the commercial center, how this consumption shape our lives. I mean, Chongqing is a city in the western middle of China, and it's the only city, only municipality in the Westland. So Chongqing has a really huge, massive responsibility in construction and international logistic hub for building a really, really convenient logistic hub for the international trading. So the first thing that I will present to you is some clips and information about a really good, a really famous trendy places in Chongqing in the central area. It's called Guanyinqiao. It is a famous commercial area of Jiangbei District, Chongqing. And I will start with the show. I'm start with the show from here because this place built new consumption center restored from an old one. And the old one has like 20 years history. I mean, it was in 2004. It was built in the first time. It's called the Yuandong Shopping Mall. It was operated by, I think it's a Taiwan real estate company, and it was really a good shopping mall. I think I grew up with this area. I wanna, walking around in this place to show you guys, but it has nothing in this timing of the day. So I think it's better for me to sit here and waiting for Vivian to get in with us. And hi, Ken. Hi. Thank you guys for joining me in this time. Yeah, Ken, you finally caught up with us. I'm glad you can support us every time. Okay, so at this time, 7 o'clock in the morning at Chongqing, like every shops are closed. Not the one shop is opening. So probably like for some restaurant for breakfast will open, but not the big shops. Okay, back to our topic. So what I'm talking about is that place is building a new consumption was built a new consumption center restored from an old one, and they probably will transform into something new shops. In the second floor of the old site, it has one of my favorite restaurant in my teenage years. It served the best fried pork curry set, and it was totally amazing. And they served the best buffet and banana boat. Those are really cute desserts, and I love them. I mean, in 20 years ago, it was in the restaurant is in Jiangbei, and they moved to the Jiangbei area, Jiangbei District, and it was also the most fancy place for people to go, and especially for our generation. But right now, it was shut down forever, and it was rebuilt in another place near the old place. So I have to say, I was kind of sad. I feel kind of depressed when I walked that area because I see those memories were passed in kind of some moments. But you know, you can't stop the evolution, especially the evolution of people's lifestyle changes. As China's e-commerce become more powerful in recent like 15 years, we all know that shopping online brings more choices for all of us. So some generations are quite getting used of getting what they want on Taobao, Jingdong, Pinduoduo, or even other overseas website for shopping. So it's obvious and absolutely huge challenge for the real economy, the shops offline, especially for the retails. You know, people already changed their consumption habits. So how can you put them back to the offline shops? I think that's something that I want to talk about in this live stream. Okay, firstly, I will like okay, thank you. Thank you. I did this for a concert. Hi. Hi, friends from India. Thank you for watching us. We will bring our guest later, okay? So before that, we will dive into this topic. This is the picture. The old shopping mall that I was talked about. So as I shared, I originally I want to go to the place, you know, and show you guys, but I think it's better for me to stay here and waiting for the best signal to coming up. And the shopping mall was originally really one big part of the massive commercial mall. This commercial mall is called Paradise Walk and built and operated by a Chongqing real estate company. The company is well known for the massive success of residential houses and commercial development. It's really famous in China. And this one, Paradise Walk, this one is one of their best examples. It lays in the valley area of Jiangbei District, attracting a lot of locals and visitors downtown. Yeah, and we have some video about this whole Paradise Walk. Yeah, this is the picture of them. And this is the Jiangbei Beicheng Tianjie. We call it Paradise Walk area. You can see that spot. It has a big screen on it and it has these letters called said I'm in Chongqing. It became a really trendy spot for people to visit, for visitors, for travelers. They are rushing into this place. It's really one of the most trendy places in Chongqing. Yeah, and you can still see how this really characteristic geographic conditions that it shows the features, shows the architecture features of this city. It has multiple dimensions. Yeah, this is the Paradise Walk. We call it a commercial center. The old shopping mall was built in this area. This is how it looks like right now. And now the shopping mall is moving away, but those shops remain. Okay. So yeah, let's get back to this old shopping mall I was talked about. This one. This one, I mean, it has so many memories that I built connection with this. Marcos from Florida. Hello. Thank you for watching us show. I think you're new here, right? For you guys who are new here, we are a press company organizations that responsible for promoting Chongqing's content to the world. I mean, we are a friendly press company, so it's a fun thing for us to produce Chongqing's content. So please subscribe us. Okay, thank you. Anyway, what we show you, the Paradise Walk, it is a mature e-commercial hub, economic hub in this area. It offers a lot of jobs and opportunities for people and shaped how people live here. When I was at high school, I mean, okay, I'm checking on what we are doing right now. I'm checking on the internet. I hope the internet is good. Can you guys hear me clearly? Okay. When I was at high school, I will sneak out of the classroom and walk around here in this Paradise Walk and wandering in this shopping mall, and for window shopping because I can't afford it. I can't afford any of it. I was just a student. But when I grew up, I shop and eat, hang out with my friend here. And most of the citizens like me, they do the same thing. We live on commercial centers like this. Chongqing has many separate parts because Chongqing has two rivers and many mountains that they separated those areas in really different way. So each districts in Chongqing, the main district, Chongqing has 9 main districts. Jiangbei is one of them, and it's one of the most GDP one. So that's why we are choosing this place. Anyway, we live in different separated districts, so we have different commercial centers. Each district has like over, I mean, for now, I think over 4 or 5 really mature commercial centers like this one. But I think none of them are as mature as the well developed as this one. Because how picky when Chinese people can be when it comes to food. So in this area, you can see a lot of restaurant, a lot of snacks booth, cafe, a lot of food brands. After enjoying your food, you want to do something exciting with your friends. You have places like escape room, we call it escape room. Yeah. Or decryption room, this decryption game. It's a room for you and your friends can get in, and we read a script. We get on a game. It's like a game. It's like a card game, but only with real people, not on a card. So you have to do the puzzle game or like reading a story, and you have to find out what is the real reason behind the story, things like that. And they are really exciting for young generations. So yeah, and places like gym, places like indoor sports that you want to enjoy climbing, you want to enjoy indoor tennis, you want to enjoy indoor shooting. So we have a lot of places of that in this area. So it is how this commercial area can keep people energetic and can keep people here, staying here, and keep consumption here, because the consumption is a huge engine for economic growth. It's like the main engine. So I'm going to show you this new shopping center instead of the new one. This is the new one. You can see it's really a traditional one. But the new one is not like that. The new one is not like that. The new one is like this. This is the new one, the picture of new one. And they have a lot of activities like this. These are the pictures that they show me. This place is not like those traditional shopping malls. They are more like, we call it a TOD center, like the one in Osaka in Japan. Like you guys know that it connects the shopping center with the train, with the real transit system, so that people can get in and get out like really conveniently. And it was totally a new type of a commercial style for a city center. The entire commercial area, let's see, we have some information. The entire commercial area is 80,000 square meters, of which only 30,000 square meters are used for stores, and 50,000 square meters are used as public areas for leisure experience for free. Each floor of the shopping center has entrances and exits to rail transit system or the outer streets. This shopping center, the shopping whole system, equipped with 2,500 parking spaces. I think it's the most amount in this area. Yeah. This smooth and convenient flow not only ensured the high popularity of the shopping center, but also meets the daily needs of consumers in all scenarios. Yeah, that's really important. Let's see how many people in the opening day of the center. Yeah, this is what they opened. They opened in like May this year. We actually have some video about it. Let's watch. Yeah, that's how they constructing these places. I personally think this is a smart move for reshape the lifestyle in this area, because I know first the old shopping mall was once the leading road. It plays the leading role for brands and trends coming into Chongqing city. So the amount of the original customers are impressive. for them, for the shopping mall. They must collect a lot of customers' informations. So it must accumulated a lot of VIP, like in based on their good services and discount promotions, things like that. Second, it's crucial to meet the needs for people, like giving people what they want is always the primary task. For young parents, they need place to shop, eat with their children, being the biggest money spender in their family. And so to create consumption scenarios, you have to put their need in the first. Yeah, like that picture just showed. And then the elderly in Chongqing. I mean, Chongqing is a really open city. Like we offer a lot of public spaces for the elderly to walk, to hang out, to spend their times. So they need place to chill, walk, and also for work people like me, working people. Yeah, we take the subway every day. We take the transit. We take the real transit every day. We have to shop. Yeah, we have to shop in the way that we are, working on the day. So as for me, this year I almost didn't spend much money online shopping, but I bought a lot of stuff in the offline shops, in real shops, just because I got a better discount and I got more amazing service that the online shop cannot compare with. Really, I mean it. For a BI, for a BA from I think it's for a BA for a makeup customers brand. Yeah, yeah. When I'm traveling, I always would like to visit some places, special shops everywhere to observe their business types. So I'm glad that I'm reaching a certain age so I can enjoy offline shopping at this year. Um, because it's totally different. It's a totally different experience when you shop online and offline. If you can find back the really amazing services and discount offline, I think people will come back to the shop like me. And yeah, I think especially my age, they are getting back to the offline shops recently. We have data. So the power for railway transit system can get you everywhere. We talked about in Chongqing, especially. It is also helping to improve our life quality, like how it helps to build in this TOD shops. So yeah, that's my point. I think this whole area, this whole new commercial area rebuilt from the node shopping mall is rebuilding, reshaping the lifestyle of this area of Jiangbei District, of Beichengdianjian's Paradise World District. So I think, what do you guys think about it? I want to see simply amazing. Thank you, Ken. I want to see how you guys think. Let's see if you have some comment. The malls in the US are in decay. It is sad how so much here is decaying and not growing as it in China. China, yeah. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, I know. I think it's a common situation when it comes to every city when the e-commerce is booming. Yeah. It's more convenience. It's cheaper to shop online. But my point is, it's coming back. The offline shop retails is coming back. It's getting more energy because they are, catching the needs for people. They are building this whole new type of shopping style for people. So people have more choices. People have more experience and scenarios to live on, and that's how this area, this commercial area, shape people's lifestyles. So next part, I will introduce our guest, Mr. Gabriel Goldfajn, to join us and to talk about this, topics. Because I listed some simple topics so that we can share our insights on this about how two cities, Chongqing and Sao Paulo, can work together, cooperation, do together. Okay.
Hi, Eiko. Nice,
Hi. Hi,
it's very nice
Mr.
being here. Thank you very much for the
Oh,
invitation.
thank you. Thank you for joining us. So please introduce yourself and your research field to our audience because we know you are a researcher for of a foundation in Brazil. It's really a famous foundation.
So,
Please.
my name is Gabriel. I'm an economist. I am a PhD in public administration and government, and my research field is about some um, political economy, economics, macro trends, and public policy evaluation. Uh, uh, I'm especially interested in the connection between China and Brazil and its economic factors.
Okay, thank you. So when we're talking about Brazil, we know that Brazil is one of the world giants of mining, agriculture, and manufacturing. And I think it has a strong and rapidly growing in service sector. So can you share with us some of your insights about Brazil's current economic features?
Brazil's economy is a unique combination of its rich natural resources and growth sectors, which has helped it secure a global economic leader position, especially in the agriculture sector. The mining sector, especially the iron ore and other minerals, are significant both to GDP, internal, and the export revenue of the country. China is our main partner in both of these trends. According to our National Mining Institute, in 2023, Brazil mining industry accounted for approximately 10% of national exports, driven mostly by global demand and competitivity station capabilities. In the agriculture sector, uh, Brazil stands out as one of the most dynamic sectors. The country is the world's largest exporter of soybeans, beef, coffee, beans, soybeans alone, nearly 15% of all global export revenue in 2023, as reported by the Brazilian Ministry of Agriculture. Advanced technologies and sustainable practice have allowed Brazil to sustain and agribusinesses to increase productivity while maintaining environmental commitments, position the sector as a model for food security worldwide. The service sector, now contributing to 60% of Brazil's GDP, which is the main internal GDP factor, has shown remarkable resilience and growth, especially in finance, the IT services, telecommunications. One of the big marks of Brazil, which have been a global leader, is in the fintechs community. Brazil have developed some financial technology, meaning payment systems and transference. We have something called PIX, which is a way to transfer uh, for free. The government provides money from one person to each other, and this is something that no other country has done it so well. Despite its strengths, Brazilian economy is still struggling. Just this week, inflation has reached 4.76% on a year-on-year mark, which means an annual one, which means that that we are going to have some slowdown in our growth. We still have some complex tax system, and our infrastructure is still not the best. So this is the current economic features I was hoping to give a big showdown.
Thank you. Thank you. So, as you shared, China is the top cooperation country with Brazil, especially on this mining industry. So, we know that Chongqing is also a industrial city. We have mining industry, but not as big as Brazil's. I want to know what's the special of São Paulo city for Brazil as a we know it's the biggest city in Brazil and also one of the like I think it's the most amazing, the most booming city in the South Earth. So can you share the special figure for the city for country?
So São Paulo is the biggest city in all Latin America. It is the Brazilian
Mhm.
economic center, and it has been for the last 50 years.
Mhm.
It is essentially the service industry home. The state of São Paulo, just like the city, is the main agribusiness. Uh, it's the main agribusiness hub,
Mhm.
but this is changing slowly, going to the center east. São Paulo still accounts for the service and especially the financial industry. All the
Mhm.
banks, all the management funds, and all the credit sector stays here, and it's connected to worldwide companies, being the largest hub in all Latin America for this kind of service. So São Paulo is what's the Paulistas, which are the people who live here, like to tell. It is the New York of the Brazil. It is the city
Mm.
that drives the economy, that is the center for our financial markets.
Yeah, and before we do this show, I do a little bit research because haven't been to South America. I know I searched that São Paulo. I mean, Brazil has a really long time, development for reaching this stage in this era. Like for starting from 16th century, I think the economy has a growing trend and in like the past like 100 years, it has up and downs. It has like really rich scenarios in the economy growth. So I think it's kind of like China. It's kind of like because China has already like the new China, we call it, before the war, after the war. The new China has only really decades histories. We faced experienced a lot of up and downs. So we have different situations. But I think China is facing some same challenges from, especially Chongqing, like transforming from a traditional industrial city into this new green developed traditional green developed economic growth style. So I think the two city has a lot of comments, right? And last year, China Chongqing Brazil Investment and Trade Cooperation Promotion Conference was held in São Paulo, Brazil. We have a picture so that you can better understand this. This is the promotion. Yeah. In this promotion conference, Chongqing companies signed a series of contracts with well-known Brazilian companies. It covers food, agriculture products, bulk commodities, electronic products, productions and manufacturing, and other fields. And the total contracts amount is equivalent to more than 7 billion yuan. Billion yuan, it's RMB for China's currency. So I think I know this promotion because it was like built from 4 years ago. I think in 2020, they have like a first conference held in Chongqing and in Brazil to announce that we're doing this, we're promoting the cooperation between Chongqing and Brazil and São Paulo. And so that we are announcing this. But after 3 years, it finally did a lot of work. It finally achieved more into this project, and they signed a lot of contracts. And I think in this year, I can see a lot of companies are showcasing their products in a fair called in China, in Chongqing. It was held in like August, I think. It's Western China Investment and Trading Fair. A lot of Brazil companies are showcasing their products and their services in this fair, and that we can better understand how we can choose our patent partner to work with, how we can choose our market, how we can promote our products together. So it's getting more, getting more mature on this cooperation. Yeah, it's getting there. So what do you think? So from your perspective, like when you were mentioned about Brazil's pillar industry in this current area, from your perspective, what do you expect the most on the cooperation between Chongqing and Brazil in commercial area?
From my perspective, one of the most promising aspects of this cooperation is the potential for joint ventures in the sustainable agriculture. Brazil's expertise in agribusiness, combined with Chongqing technological innovations, could lead to collaborative projects that could improve crop yields, enhance food security, and promote environmentally friendly farming practices. This synergy could pave the way for co-developed agri-tech solutions that benefit not only both regions, but also contribute to global agricultural advancements. Another area that have significant potential is the development of renewable energy projects. Brazil, as a leader in renewable energy, practically in hydroelectric power, and is increasingly investing in solar and wind energy. Collaborating Chongqing on technological transfers and share projects in this area could accelerate advancement and lower carbon emissions, aligning with global sustainable goals. Lastly, infrastructure. Brazil is a country that needs a lot of infrastructure, and China can provide development and logistic partnerships stand out as another strategic area. The Chongqing success in modernizing its transportation and logistics systems can provide valuable lessons and collaborative opportunities for Brazilian cities seeking to improve their own infrastructure. This type of cooperation can enhance trade efficiency, reduce costs, and create a more interconnected supply chain between China and Brazil. The broader expectation is that these partnerships will not only enhance economic and technological growth, but will also facilitate cultural and educational exchange. Such cooperation can deepen mutual understanding and open new pathways for collaborative research and innovation, ensuring that both regions benefit from this shared expertise.
I think they are where you have answered, like give me a really stable, confidence for development between two cities, because Chongqing is paving the way for the sustainable development in every industry. Like we have the biggest new energy vehicle company manufacturer, Chang'an, the automatic vehicle in Chongqing. We are promoting this sustainable energy in every district. We have really famous new energy factories everywhere in Chongqing. So I think that's a really important part for us. If we can promote our technical advantages into Brazil and we can cooperate together, I'm looking forward on that. I think that's one of your research field, right? Because I did some information searching, because I know that your foundation is supporting the sustainable energy, the sustainable field study and research for collaboration for the world's owner. So yeah, that's things. And the agriculture is also really important between two cities, because Chongqing has like 48 districts in total. And I shared, like before, we have only 9 main districts. We call it the city area, but we have a lot of country areas. Like we have a lot of country people. We have a lot of places to grow corns, to grow rice, grow vegetables, to offer the agricultural products to everywhere, not only in Chongqing but also in some parts in the western land of China. So the agriculture is also a big item for Chongqing that we can cooperate it on with Brazil. I think your experience, Brazil's experience, can like help us on how to improve our, the amount of agricultural products. That's really, I think it's really important, because I know Brazil has the best coffee agriculture production, and the corns, and I think also we have animals agriculture field. Yeah, that's what I'm really expecting. And also we talked about the what is say that again? The menu. I'm sorry. My head went black on. Yeah, the building, how you build the world, how you shape the city. What's the word again? Can you remind me? Because I feel a little.
How what?
Yeah, how you construct the city, how you build roads, build the buildings,
Manufacture, infrastructure.
Infrastructure, yes. Like we did a lot of infrastructure live stream, guys, like how China's infrastructure amazed those YouTubers. They did a lot of live videos about it, and we talked about it in our live stream again and again. I don't know why I can forget this word. Maybe it's good. It's because it's in the morning. Okay, I mean, it's really important for us to corroborate it, because China has many experience to help other countries in South America and in Africa to improve their infrastructure facilities everywhere. It's not just the supporting center, the supporting system. It's also a business. It's a business type that we can cooperate on. That like we can have our now we have our technical guys to go to the places to guide the country, the cities, to build their houses and the bridges, and we can make money from them. So that's an economic type. The creation of Brasilia is the high internet is amazing feat. Hi, thank you, our audiences commenting on our live stream. Thank you guys for supporting. I will get back to you later. Okay, so the infrastructure is a good way to collaborate. And also in Chongqing has a lot of bridges. Chongqing is the world of bridges. We have a video on our YouTube channel. Please watch that to see how Chongqing is, putting an effort to build Chongqing, to build the city. We are a city building on the mountain. We have rivers. It's really challenging for us to build bridges and buildings, but we did a lot of infrastructure project. So we have experience. We have techniques. We have designs. We have a really good experience on that. I actually have some videos about these Brazilian vloggers, content creators. Yeah, they came to Chongqing and visit those really famous buildings, really interesting buildings. I think it's this one.
Porque aqui nesse vídeo a gente consegue estar no térreo e no 22º andar ao mesmo tempo. Vem entender essa cidade que é uma loucura. Chongqing, na China, é uma mega cidade com 30 milhões de habitantes e super avançada em tecnologia, mas tem uma geografia super montanhosa. Então, ao invés de crescer pra frente e pros lados, eles tiveram que construir pra cima. E é por isso que muitas ruas e praças estão empilhadas em diferentes níveis e até uma estação de metrô que atravessa um prédio é coisa comum por aqui. Se você repara bem nessas imagens aéreas que a gente fez, dá dá para entender um pouco mais. A cidade vai crescendo em níveis, e isso faz com que o mesmo prédio acabe tendo mais de uma saída para a rua, mas em diferentes andares. E aí, para facilitar a locomoção, tem passarelas entre os prédios, mas pode ser que ela esteja localizada em andares diferentes dependendo de onde o prédio começou. Deu para entender? Parece confuso. Realmente é bem fácil de se perder por aqui, mas é incrível ver essa cidade com uma arquitetura única, muita tecnologia e tradição bem no meio da China. E aí, ficou com vontade de conhecer Chongqing?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the language, so if anyone can tell me what they said.
She was telling that Chongqing is a city that has an interesting architecture because it's a city that did not grow like for the sides. It has grown up because of the mountainous terrain. And she was telling because of this, it has a different architecture. And she was telling, and there was the train that go into the building and other things like that. And she was commenting on this particular development, city urban development that the Chongqing has.
Thanks for translating that for us. So have you been to Chongqing once?
I have never been to Chongqing, and now I want to be to Chongqing more than ever.
I think your friend has visited the journalist lady. She has visited Chongqing like 2 months ago, and for the press conference in the Belt and Road Initiative around the Belt and Road Initiative countries, I think she presented a really good interview to talk about how she focused on the new energy consumption, the new energy development to promote the industrial to transform in Chongqing. She really focused on that. She want to report it on that. So I think it's a good way to introduce our next part because she is talking about the content about the city São Paulo with our journalist Vivian. And I think that's the part of the second part of today, and I'm really great to have Mr. Gabriel Goldfajn joining with us. It's night time at his area, and I really appreciate your time and your interview with us and to introduce the Brazil's economy with us. And I hope we can do like a deep talk about the economy between the two cities and the corporations later on our side. Maybe we can do a interview video in an article for you. Okay?
Okay, I'll be happy to help. It was very nice to be here. And I'm very thankful for you, Eiko, and for Vivian to have presented me with this opportunity.
Thank you for your patience and your time, and we are looking forward to cooperate later next. Thank you. So let's get back to the Vivian's part.
Got to the African countries raping the ladies and all that violence, you know. And the Portuguese are good people, you know, like they are warm, you know, like that's it, you know. If you go to if you are in Rio or in the Northeast or whatever, everybody will invite you to go. I will invite you to go to my place, you know, to my house.
It's like very casual.
Casual, you know.
Nice.
Yeah. People that you don't know, you have never known, you go to their place, you know. It's more.
It's like friends.
Friends, you know.
Cool. I like that feeling.
Yeah, this is the Brazilian feeling. You know? This is.
I already started.
Oh, you already started?
Good casual start.
So do we have to, like, how should I say it? Like here?
You can talk about everything, then you add it. For example, about this experience in Macau. I saw the Portuguese. Does this happen in Brazil as well? I don't know. Talk about.
Maybe let me do the introduction first. Let me do. Yeah. Okay. Can you start recording and then let me know you start recording? Give me a sign. Give me a sign.
Already started.
But you have to cut then.
No, we don't have.
What? No.
It's a very nice start.
No.
He makes cuts after. Then he makes
Can
the
you restart? Can you restart?
Okay.
Let me do a intro first.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1.
So hi everyone, this is Vivian Yan from São Paulo, and greetings from São Paulo. We're actually going to do a city walk today, but unfortunately it's pouring outside in São Paulo. So instead, join me is Malu, our friend, who has been to Chongqing before and who is also attending our seminar for China opportunity, Chongqing to global events. So, and can you see?
Hello, Chongqing friends. I miss Chongqing. I want to go there as soon as possible to see more of the city that was so open to us, foreign journalists. I am Malu Fernandes, counselor at the Brazilian Press Association. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a PR company. I'm investor in startups, and I'm open to talk. Very happy to be here with you, Vivian,
Yeah.
so that we can talk about the similarities of our countries and
Yeah, as we just introduced, Malu is also a journalist. So she has also this kind of like spirit for exploration. So and we were actually talking about her experience in Chongqing, and we because like from what I observed in São Paulo, there are a lot of slopes, a lot of up and downs, and I think Chongqing shares a similar geographic terrains like São Paulo. How do you think?
Yes, I think so. São Paulo has some slopes. I never thought about that, it's because San Francisco has a lot of slopes. There are other cities with more slopes, but yeah, Rio as well, where I come from, has got slopes. It's full of mountains. There's Sugarloaf. You must come to Rio, guys.
Yeah.
You and Kenny. Next article is
Next
gonna
one.
be there. Next interview
Yes.
is gonna be
Yes.
there. I'll take you to the waterfalls nearby my house.
I'm looking forward actually. Let's go now. Yeah, I would really like to go to Rio because, like for me, I really like the natural views, and I think Rio is a good place that you can, stay close to the coast and also view the sea and everything like that. So
Yes, and
We've seen that in everywhere. The statue.
very
yes,
famous.
Christ the Redeemer is the one job that I worked for. I worked in the campaign to make it become a new wonder of the world.
Oh.
Brazil was losing the bid, was like the last place, those were better than us. And then we entered campaign, communications. And a bank I worked for, Bradesco, which was the largest bank in Brazil at that time, supported. And we finished in the third place. We were the third most voted due to our campaign. The Bradesco president was there in Portugal, and he called me. We won thank you so much for your job. And this is opportunity to Brazil because it's not a monument of Rio, it's a monument for Brazil, the most known monument of Brazil.
Yeah, we see that in every movie. And,
every
and that's how we get to know Rio actually.
Yes. For example, I am now in the interview representing the Brazilian Press Association, but I'm also leader at the women's group of Brazil, which is the largest apartidarian, non-partidarian, non-political group of Brazilians, of women outside Brazil. And when we were in the campaign against COVID, we dressed the Christ the Redeemer with the campaign, with lights.
Okay.
We made Christ the Redeemer change clothes.
Oh, okay.
I can show you the picture so that you cut and you show if you want. Kevin? Kenny?
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
were.
That's interesting that you cut and you show.
And we were talking so much about rail, but like because Malu is also kind of like the commuter, often here to São Paulo, right?
Often here to São
Yeah.
Paulo to
And-
work
and-
and to Paraná State, where I'm going to on Monday. São Paulo, I say, is the closest country to Brazil. It's another country. The highest buildings, the majority of companies, the business center. This is like a city of events. It's where everything happens. The best city to work at is São Paulo. And so I come often. I feel like I live in Miami and I go to New York. You know, the things so big, the more theaters, more plays, more concerts, everything is more, you know, it's like Chongqing, everything is more, you know. It's not a regular city, it's
It's a big metropolis and full
big
of
metropolis.
vibrancy. It's a lot of young men.
Yeah.
Young people like to work here. You know?
Yes, all the young people nowadays come to work here, have more business, more jobs, more business, more, everything is more. So the other cities that live around. I'm very lucky that Rio is pretty close to São Paulo. Imagine if I were from the north. People from the north just move because they can't come as often as I come because it's beside. It's 45-minute flight,
Okay.
so close. And by car it's 4 hours drive. I come very often by car, you know.
4 hours drive?
Yeah,
Okay.
400 kilometers.
It's not even that far actually. It's like
No.
when we were, I'm not sure if you know.
Imagine if we have a Chinese train that brings me here. Imagine.
That's gonna be like 1 hour.
1 hour,
perhaps.
perhaps.
Yeah.
I need that.
'Cause
I
when
need the
we-
Chinese here so that I want to come by train. Why not?
Yeah, because like when we were in Chongqing, there is a city called Chengdu. I'm not sure if you know. It's a city for pandas. Like we have like the panda base in Chengdu. So when people commute from Chengdu to Chongqing, they choose the railway, the high-speed railway. And it's gonna be like 1 hour drive. 1 hour from. It's like 300 kilometers, but like
I
1
think
hour.
Chinese have a big business opportunity if they invest in the railways here. Because we had railways, a lot of railways movement and travels in the past. We had train from Rio to São Paulo in the past. We had trains, but for example, in the south where I have a house, I told you, we have a train that goes from Curitiba to Morretes. It's like 2 hours. It's slow, very slow, like old train. But there's, I can show you in our dinner, an English influencer saying it's the best train, the view that he has ever seen in his life. You see all the forest. We are immersed in the forest. In the train, you see the beautiful. I'll show you in the so that he cuts as well. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. And the Guardian, the English newspaper, has written about it, considering one of the most beautiful train and train views to
Yeah.
travel. So imagine the Chinese making other routes, exploring the tourism for
Yeah.
everybody in Brazil, not only for the state of Paraná, where this train is, but also
Yes.
for the other states.
We do have that special trains in China. Like say if you wanna go
Scenic.
you wanna go to northern part of China, you can take the railway, which has really wonderful views, and you can stay in the train for like several days. It's kind of like become a trending like tourism
I think
option.
so. For example, the Christ the Redeemer has got a train. It's Chinese. Everything is Chinese in Brazil now. You know that China is the main business partner of Brazil nowadays. In the past, it was States. Nowadays, it's China. That's why I am studying Mandarin now. I want to the closest I can to you guys, because I think the world is divided in those who work with the Chinese and those who are going to work with the Chinese. Not only Brazilians, but the whole world needs China, and China needs the whole world. And that's what China is constructing together. It's together, all of us, and generating better lives for the future generation. I'm working for the future generations. I don't have kids. You are my kids. The kids are the future generations, you know. The future generations that we need to open, to make our countries better for the futures, you know. You are finding your country better than your fathers did, than your father and mother did.
Yes.
And me as well, you know, and I think it's all about this, you know, and making a more creative. I'm a journalist member of the environmental network of journalists in Brazil, and it's about making a more sustainable life. You know, it's not sustainable to have the Chinese can invest in tube in the subway here, and it's opportunity, you know. And electric bikes, I do everything in Rio with electric bike. With Rio, you know, it's more because the weather is good. São Paulo it's more rainy, as you see.
Yeah, because we actually, when we arrived yesterday, when we are observing the city, we figured that there are not a lot of like new energy vehicles compared in Chongqing. Because right now, it's definitely in Chongqing. I think everybody like they prefer new energy vehicles. It's cheaper, it's definitely cleaner, and like you don't need gas, and it's pretty like very pure green energy. And I drive like I drive like the new energy vehicle, and also Kenny. So I think most of my colleagues,
Electric.
Yeah, they prefer electric vehicles.
Yeah, we are starting. We are like some years behind you, but we are starting, but it's expensive for us. We have lots of taxes. The problem of Brazil is taxes, you know.
Okay.
When you get the Shangan car that we went to the Kenny was with me, they sell for the most expensive for 300,000 yuan. I think this car would get here for 1 million. 1 million reais is what? $200,000, American dollars. It's a lot of money. You don't pay this amount of money for a car like this in the States. You don't pay this amount of money for a car like this in China, nor in Canada, nor in anywhere you have been to. Brazil must think about the taxes so that we can make more money. And we are in the discussion about this in Brasilia, our capital, with the congressman. We must talk about better taxes, you know, because these developed countries have high taxes, but they have education, they have health, they have everything. We need to pay. The health is expensive, everything is expensive. So
yeah, high taxes, and especially if business want to enter to Brazilian market, I think there definitely needs some policy and also everything to accommodate for the business to go abroad and also to find opportunities in Brazilian market.
yes.
Same with China as well.
And also about digital transformation, for example. A Chinese company wants to come to Brazil. It needs to be faster, you know. All this, we went to a health company there in Chongqing, and they are in 44 countries. and they extract the cancer without any cut.
Oh, right.
Do you know the company?
You're talking about
Haifu,
yes.
remember?
They have collaborated with some clinics here in Brazil. So they have their machines
Yes.
To cure people if they have like cancers.
But they're not in Brazil yet, as the director told me. They are in 44 countries.
Or in Mexico, I think.
They are
someone
in
from
Argentina, they are in Mexico, they are in many places, but not in Brazil yet. Why? Why do we need to cut, to extract the
Yeah.
cancer if we, because we need to be faster, you know. We need to follow the development, you know. Otherwise, if it keeps like this, Argentina will be more developed than us. And Brazil must lead this as one of the biggest country in Latin America, as China is the biggest in Asia and in the world, you know. You know that Chongqing has the same number of people living there as São Paulo and Rio together.
Oh, right.
The two cities, our two major cities added are one of your city.
Even in China, Chongqing is basically it's the largest, like the metropolis.
The metropolis.
Yeah.
And here, São Paulo is more cosmopolitan. You find people from Asia, Latin America, North America, Central America, everywhere.
Diverse culture.
Diverse. This is the most cosmopolitan city of Brazil, definitely. And this is what I think it's good to Chongqing, that you are more open to the cosmopolitan world as well, that you see more diversity.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
For example, I am in my Mandarin classes, and there was one Chinese other day saying that they have never seen black people, for example. They were not born, they were not, and here you see a lot, you know, that this diversity and of people not only coming from the African countries now, but also having come and having been slaves in the past. It's a sad history about our history. No, it's sad, but it's part of the history. And now we are trying to put the black people in the leading the city levels and more diversity in the companies as well, because the companies have realized they sell more if they have diversity. So the more we can have women in the C-level as well, it was not easy. My 30th anniversary of my company this year, and I can tell you, it was not easy, you know, being led by a woman,
Yes.
an entrepreneurial woman, you know. It's much easier nowadays, 30 years after, than it was 30 years ago, you know. But we are part of this history, you know, and we are trying to do this with not only with women, but also with the black people, with people from the favelas, which are not only black, they are white, they are poor, you know. Why they are poor? Because they didn't have access to education. So another opportunity for Chinese companies to come with education, schools, universities, have universities here, the Chinese universities here also take our, as the professor said in the seminar, take our students to study there or to exchange program.
It's more like education exchange. They offer programs for like international students to come to Chongqing, and they can learn the local culture. They can also culture in themselves, so which offers an opportunity for them to be more tolerant in terms of cultural differences.
Yes.
I think that's a key.
And like, also about trust, tolerance with the difference. I kissed Kenny, I forgot. You know, that's the way the Latins are. You come and hug.
Yeah,
And
and you kiss cheeks?
Yes.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
I kissed him.
Okay,
His cheeks.
okay.
Yeah.
It's a culture.
It's culture.
Because like for us, we most likely shake hands, and for Japanese, probably they will bow. It's like cultural difference. I think.
Yes. And I was there. I didn't kiss anybody, but as we are here, I forgot, and I was so happy to see him again. And I'm so happy that the world is small nowadays, because in the past,
You barely can think.
let's say 40 years ago when I lived in England, I lost all the friends that I made, Now we are friends forever. This is so beautiful, forever. Can you have baby in the future? We'll bring the babies to the Brazilian beaches,
São Paulo.
to São Paulo or to Rio or to Northeast. Northeast beaches are fantastic. Or you go to my house in the south. I have another house in a natural reserve where cars can't go. It's all preserved. It's called Honey Island. All preserved, nature preserved. We can go in the car. I can show you pictures.
Yeah.
So-
I think that's definitely the best part of what we're.
And one don't need to be afraid of the other. About
Yes.
having when Berlin Wall was
Down.
broke down, like globalization started from this point, so that we can experience more each other's food, each other's music. We people put a lot of Chinese music in my Mandarin classes group, things we never thought about that in the past,
Yeah.
We would listen to American music. We would watch American movies. Not now we go to Netflix. We see Chinese movies.
TV series.
TV
Especially-
series.
Yeah, I know. One professor today shared to me that she likes Hu Ge a lot, which is a very popular Chinese Chinese actor. Yeah. So
I went to the Mandarin classes due to my visit to Chongqing, but some of the students that are there because of the Chinese movies.
yeah.
And this is very important that China develops. If I would like to see like a Chinese, it exists Hollywood like a Chinese wood, because the states made their country known a lot through the movies.
Yes, a lot of
And-
people watch American movies and starting to learn their culture, starting to know how they speak, how they communicate with people, like how they starting to even learn from that culture. I think that's the thing. Like people learn things through movies, through different kind of medium
Yes.
outlets.
Yes, I would like, for example, I would be very happy if Chinese hired me so that we could make a boat, like a boat of the past when the Chinese sailed all over the world, which ports they were, if they came to Brazil, if they went to Macau, how they went to Macau, how was, I don't know, how the Portuguese went there to Macau, to tell this story and make a movie about this, and make an IMAX about that. Imagine, have you seen an IMAX movie?
I know. Yeah.
The big,
we do
big,
have, yeah, they have really
screen.
good sound. They have
Really
big
good
screen,
sound,
Yes.
really good sound, so that we can make an immersive film about that. I would be
With 3D perhaps.
3D. I would be very happy if we could if we could, for example, take our school of samba, like carnival, Brazilian carnival is one of our most known cultural. If we can make a presentation of our samba, one of our samba schools there in Chongqing. If Chongqing can be a theme, we presented a project today at the seminar to one of the bosses that we want Chongqing to be theme of the parade, so that we can show the world, because it's broadcasted to the whole world, many views, and one of the schools could tell Chongqing history, China history, you know, what the country has done with its economy, which was a country of $250 a year.
Yes.
When I was young, it was a country of $250 per capita. Very low income, very poor people. I remember China being very poor.
Yes.
It was not my grandfather generation, it was me in the past. When I was in the school, we studied that.
Yeah.
And I am here alive to see what the country has done with it in 40 years. You know, it's incredible.
And I think Malu and I have shared a lot of experiences in terms of cultures and also cultural diversity. And I think perhaps later we can try some local food here, and maybe she can tell us more about the stories behind São Paulo through food and beverages or desserts. So we are looking forward to that journey.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what's close to here, so that we don't need to get a traffic jam, a cab, or an Uber.
It's pouring outside.
Yes.
It's gonna rain a lot. Like I heard the taxi driver say that it's gonna rain the whole day. So I'm not sure if we can still do the city walk, but at least we got something to eat.
At least you are in the best suburb. For me, this is the best suburb to have good food. And you are very well located. This suburb is called Jardins. It's very close to Paulista, the avenue which is the main center for culture, for political protests. I don't know which this place would be in Chongqing, but for example, we want to protest against the president, that you don't have there, but we have here. It is gonna be in Paulista. If there is an LGBT parade, it's there.
Or
everything
performances.
Everything is there. Culture. On Sundays it's closed for arts. Everybody
Same
playing.
Here in Jiangbei area, where it's in the central of the Chongqing. It's like Yuzhong District. So a lot of if some people want to hold events, activities, they will all gather around Jiangbei area. So it's a place that with culture but also history. So
and also history, because in the past it was home for the richest people.
Oh, right. All the richest people live nearby?
Lived in the Paulista, but now it's the place where people work, the
Young
place.
People maybe start to occupy the area.
Yeah, occupy, and on Sundays you don't have any car.
Ah, okay.
And the traffic jam there, if you go there on a Monday evening, on a Friday evening, there is a traffic jam. Because everybody's going for dinner, because it's a busy city. Everybody goes for dinner. If you go to a restaurant, a good restaurant, without reserving, booking a seat, booking a table, you won't eat. You know, you will eat
in the. Will wait 2 hours for getting inside, right?
That's it. You know, it's a busy city. It's different from Rio. Rio, you can get.
Chill
and pop up without booking. You know, here you can.
Yeah, so we are lucky that Malu is going to show us around, and we're gonna walk there instead of taking a taxi. So I will see you guys there.
It's closed or don't need to?
It's 4:20.
Yeah, so it's 4:20. The restaurant, the steakhouses will open at 6 for dinner time.
Yeah, so instead we come to an Italian restaurant, which is super close to where we are staying here in São Paulo. But I'm still looking forward because the hotel, the staff here said they offer like best Italian food nearby. So we're looking forward.
And the Italian restaurants in São Paulo, they are really good. They are the best in the country because the largest number of Italian people outside Italy is in Brazil, is in São Paulo. I look forward to seeing what we'll have.
Let's go.
Let's go. O restaurante é onde? Italiano. Aqui? Pode sentar aí, qualquer mesa? This is the restaurant. It's 4 p.m., so nobody is having lunch now, nor dinner.
You speak Italian?
Yeah. Buongiorno. Alguém fala italiano aí?
No?
Where do you want to sit?
Anywhere.
Why don't we sit there with
Window? Okay. Sure.
Close to the window is good too, for the lights.
this is a hotel?
If you go to a Chongqing restaurant at 4:20 in the afternoon, you find food. You find
You mean around
restaurant?
4 p.m.?
I think they always serve you.
Yeah, they always serve you. But some restaurants they open only around 5, I think. Some really busy restaurants, and because their staff needs rest after lunch.
Tudo bem?
Your back,
Yeah, let's go.
It's heavy.
It's okay. My bag is heavy too.
I wanna. Podemos carregar aqui um. Se importa, do you mind to come here so that I can charge the? Would you mind to sit here instead?
all right. You charge your phone.
That's- Mas pode ser o ravioli com gorgonzola ou não?
But Luis actually helping us to order
A apresentação é outra.
because
Tá.
Kenny and
O
I
ravioli vai outro
don't
tipo de
speak
molho.
a
Tá,
single
então
word
pode ser
in
o
Portuguese,
nhoque então.
Unfortunately, so she's helping us.
E de cerveja brasileira só tem a Serpa, né?
Certo, vai ser nossa série.
Would you like a Brazilian beer?
Beer? For now?
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's one. Serpa.
Quantas?
3.
3, certo?
I'm okay actually because I'm allergic to alcohol, unfortunately.
Alright, então 2,
Yeah.
2, and
Can I
what?
have something else to drink? Like,
Para beber.
I don't know, like what are the offer? What are some options for drinks?
Que pode ter sem álcool que ela não pode
Can I have
tomar.
something hot,
Se álcool tem o
Chá? Tea?
tea, or like hot chocolate or something?
Tem uma caixinha.
Ela quer chocolate quente, tem?
Acho que tem.
Hot chocolate. Okay, sure.
Here we have hot chocolate in the morning.
In the morning.
Yes,
Okay.
for breakfast, but he'll prepare, or like in the afternoon to have with a cake. This is culture, you know. At dinner time or lunchtime, we have wine or beer or caipirinha is a drink, very typical. If he has, I can show you what caipirinha is. Usually it's cachaça or vodka and a fruit. You can have lemon, pineapple, strawberry,
Like passion fruit.
passion fruit, many different. Tem, amigo, sai caipirinha aqui não? Oh, so next one is gonna be a caipirinha. We have a beer, then it's very typical. You cannot leave Brazil without tasting a caipirinha.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Let's taste it.
It's not as strong as your wine. I had that drink. What's the name of it?
What, Maltai?
Yeah, very
that
strong.
I have
Like
white
white
wine.
White wine.
Yes.
The Chinese. I met
almost like a liquor, right?
Almost like a liquor. I met an investor in startups. We traveled to a hack town, the whole city in the countryside of Minas Gerais state. Becomes the birthplace of startups, and we have discussions about startups, opportunities, and etc. And he got married to a Chinese lady, and he said that they drink that, they give that to the business in the business meeting, so that we get drunk, and so that
Deals happening.
deals happen, and that they know us, you know, to see if we are trustable, you know.
Yes, yes.
You know.
Does that trouble you?
No, zero.
There's a culture in China.
There's a culture in China, and
We actually have brought.
and I know a lot of Brazilians that want to go there just to have this drink.
Beer is enough. Beer is good enough. Oh, do you have something to drink, Vivian?
They will have my hot chocolate later.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah, it's like it's my morning time in China.
Oh,
So actually, I'm
yes.
good with hot
It's
chocolate.
5:30,
a.m.,
5 a.m.
Yes.
Good morning.
Thanks.
Good morning, Vivian.
Good morning. Good morning, guys.
Guys.
Okay, let's drink.
We drink cold beer here, different from you in China that have hot, warm beer, no?
No.
You have cold beer?
They do.
We prefer cold beer as well.
But they served me hot
But
beer many times there.
They also have beer for regular temperature, like not
That's
hot.
what I'm
but
saying.
like regular
Not hot.
Yeah.
Hot is your
That's so weird.
chocolate,
Yes.
but not hot. But normal temperature. Don't you drink in the normal temperature?
Normal temperature, yes.
You drink. We don't.
Especially in winter.
I'm cold, but never warm beer.
No,
It's
not
like
warm.
Warm Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Very weird.
But in Germany, they do have like hot red wine, which is also good.
This is a beer from Pará State. Belém, Pará, Serpa.
So that's a local brand
This is
beer.
a local brand from Pará,
From
state
Pará.
of Pará. Brazil is very big. Pará is somewhere you must go. North, you have the largest fluvial beach in the world.
In Pará.
Pará,
Pará.
P-A-R-A. You go to this beach and it's river, but it's so big. Sand, water. When you come out of the beach, you feel like taking a shower to take the salty, but you don't have salt water, you know, so weird. And the food, you think you are in a foreign country because Brazil is so big that we have different cultures in the country.
Yes,
You know, you have a look at the menu and say, what is this? You're like, is it a vegetable? Is it salty? Is it, you know?
well, people Poland used to colonize some of the places here.
Oh, yes.
And then we have the Spanish and then Portuguese.
Yes.
So different culture.
Yes. My grandmother was from Pernambuco, the northeast, where the Dutch went, the Holland people went. And my family came from this branch.
Came from, your ancestors come from Poland.
Yes. Like I think Holland, a Dutch guy met an Indian here, and I am fruit of this. You know, like my father was fruit of this. My grandfather was fruit. You know, imagine when these Europeans got to Brazil and just found Indians. It's like when the British got to Australia, they found the Aborigines, and that's yeah. It's different from yours. You were there before everybody in China. The Chinese were there. So millennial country. But you see, this beer is 5.5, 5.3. It's very weak,
Yes.
but it's 5.3. But it's stronger than yours. Usually your beer is 3 point something.
Yes, it's the same. It's the same.
3.
3 to 5.
3, and here is 5. 5.3. Yeah. And it's sweet. In Czechoslovakia, I had one of 14.
14.
This
Also
is
a beer?
strong beer.
40
This
for
is
beer.
strong.
Oh my god.
This is strong.
Beer.
Czech beer.
You have to try that.
We have to go to Czechoslovakia again. And nowadays it's Czech Republic.
The same yes.
When I
Czechoslovakia.
went
So
there-
you went there
when
as
I went-
a socialist republic?
When I went there, and when I went to Russia, when I went to all these countries, first time, actually the only time I went there, I was 19 years old. It was 40 years ago. It was closed. We entered a lot of young people. I was with Australians, and they stopped our bus to see what kind of books we were taking. We couldn't take like Dr. Zhivago to Russia, you know, like they would think we would make a revolution, disseminate
Different ideology.
different ideology. A lot of young people.
Yeah.
You know, it took us like 2.5 hours at the border.
Why would you go to
We
Russia?
went camping all over Russia.
What kind of campaign?
Camping.
Reporting campaign?
No, young traveling. Backpacking. 19 years old. And you know, when I started traveling on my own, I was 18 years old, and this was one of the trips. And I went to China now, and I see what China has done with it. You know, like these 40 years. What the country now. You know, social development, technology.
What was the year you first came to China? What was the year you first came to China?
No, I just went there
Just when?
in September.
In Chongqing.
Right, that's the
Yeah,
first time you
first
came
time.
to China.
First time. I think
And
we need to stimulate more this,
Of course.
because Brazilian people think about
It's because,
Japan,
because
think
it's
about
too far,
Bhutan,
right?
think about Thailand, think about Vietnam. Now they're starting to think about traveling to China.
Yeah. Especially because it's too far, right?
Yes.
Across. We took like almost 20 hours flight to get to São Paulo. So I bet for holiday options, they wouldn't think China as a first option. They would
Yeah.
rather go to Europe
Yeah.
or even like North America, right? Instead of going to China. So it's like too far for them.
But it's about promoting, because people go to Australia, to New Zealand, to
Yeah, because they know the development of those
yes.
areas.
So that's what I think Chongqing is starting to. And you'll see in a few years you'll have zip lines, all those places we saw today in the Chongqing seminar. You'll see zip lines, you'll see bungee jump, you'll see
Everything.
everything there. I am sure. I am sure. Chinese, so beautiful. The sightseeing we saw today is so beautiful.
And especially Chongqing is only like one city in southwestern region. China is so big.
So big.
Different areas, different ethnic
Cultural,
group.
natural scenes.
Yeah, and different areas they also serve different food as well. So it's definitely worth to spend at least a month, like stay in China and go explore different regions.
Also, I think you should stimulate the locals to use the phone to translate because it will take a little bit longer
Yeah.
to learn the languages. So, but they can learn how to translate. Put the translator.
Yeah, it's not that hard actually.
It's not
yeah.
that hard.
As long as you got a phone, you will figure out how to use that.
Everybody has a phone.
That's and especially with now AI and ChatGPT and everything,
Yeah.
it becomes even more easier.
Yeah. And
Language is still a problem.
it
because,
is.
It would be fine if you order, if you check in some hotels.
Yes.
Yeah, the staff usually speak English. But if you go to let's say tourist attractions, not so many people can speak
The same in Brazil.
in Brazil. Yeah.
Same in
we find a
Brazil.
problem. Yeah.
Yes. The same.
Your English is so
But
good.
in Beijing and Shanghai, it's good.
Yeah,
Everybody speaks.
Not everybody.
but like for
public
young
staff,
for young people, I think perhaps
Everybody speaks.
for young people in our age,
Everybody
I mean,
speaks.
not everybody, but most young kids.
I think the higher people can speak English in
The same.
tourist sites.
The same in Brazil. If you have a look at the person closest, you see if they speak.
What?
Yes, because you see that it's like person like as
Educated.
more educated. Have access to education.
How do I look?
You look like this.
You look like
I look like an Aboriginal.
you look like Aboriginal people
Yeah,
from
like-
your color.
Yeah, you look.
Aboriginal Chongqing local native. Yes.
Does he look?
Where have you traveled to?
To other countries?
You states, just states.
Well, not many. Let's see. Vietnam. We
Vietnam?
went to Vietnam with Vivian.
Last year we went to Vietnam
Working.
for working. Because one thing about our work is that we get to opportunities.
I would like to, if I were a journalist there, I would like to have your job.
Of course, that's one
The
thing
best
about
job for journalists.
I know that's the best job. Basically, because we're doing the international communication for Chongqing, right?
How much does, don't need to publish that, you cut there, but
So that's my spaghetti. What did you order?
this is gnocchi. You know gnocchi?
No.
It's potato and
Potato with-
gorgonzola, the cheese, have taste, and
What,
apple.
Oh, apple. Okay. So it's like sweet, add some sweetness.
What is yours?
Mine is spaghetti,
Carbonara.
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 I can't remember.
It's fettuccine alfredo
Oh,
with chicken instead of paella.
Okay, thank you.
Vocês querem mais queijo,
I think we can.
grátis X?
Mais cheese?
Yeah.
Some
yeah,
more
sure.
cheese?
Yeah.
I think we can conclude with the toast. And,
Yes.
end of this video,
Yes.
so we can enjoy our.
Yes.
But mine is empty. But let's pretend
Yes.
it's you.
Yes.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. How do you say cheers in
Ganbei.
Gambay? Ah, yeah.
Ganbei,
Gambay.
that's
Gambay. Gambay.
See you next time.
See you next time.
See you in Rio. Gambay.